morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, guys. It's I, of course, the Crypto Otaku, back again for some more Crypto Chaos and the news. Of course, where you guys come for the news, but yeah, stay for the chaos. How's it going, guys? Good morning. It is a Monday morning. Get out there. You know how it goes, guys. Same shit, different day. I'll get into that here in a second. Good morning. Yes, good morning, chaos. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Crypto Quentin. We got, Cliff in the house. How's it going, Cliff? We've got user G, my man, the G in the house. Yes. Strawberry Dragons. Good morning. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. Cody here, man. Tired AF. You're always tired, man. You're always tired. I have a new pull up. Speaking of AF, guys, I have a new pull up. Manipulated as AF or the whales. Who will be buying or selling? Are you guys bullish or bearish today? We'll see. We'll see how this goes, guys. But as I showed you guys last week, it is seeming like we're very highly manipulated on Bitcoin's close or tight price action in this range. Right. Very tight. Very tight price action right here.
Go.
Tight.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, let's get going, guys. Let's get going. Sell it. I want more. The cheaper, the better, says did not you. Not you, not who, but who? Who, what? Yeah, YouTube, of course, showing me this weird, data on the back end. Yeah, how are you guys doing this morning? How you guys doing? I can tell you that, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in here. Of course, I'm not selling. All right, into the sunset, into the end of the year. I am not selling. Let's see where our Bitcoin's at today on the live. If I can get the right screen. Here we go. Boom, guys. And of course, if you guys follow me at all in any major minimal capacity, y'all know that, I do, of course, do the predictions every single night here on the channel, even on Friday. Of course, getting into the weekend, last Friday we called for a baseline bear, and what do we get? Of course, the baseline bear. Boom. But it is what it is, guys. We gotta, of course, get, all these lows knocked out so we can start seeing higher highs soon. Same shit, different day. Wake up, get that coffee. Coffee never tastes so good. All right, so 89,500, winning on Bitcoin. Price action, I guess, just predicting it. I really don't want to see us fall today, but it's possible we do send this down as it's been highly manipulated here, usually at around 10 a.m. here in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. It's very, very clearly seen now. So we've been in this range. I would say since the end of November, right? They've been doing this silly dump. And they have been buying too. That's not just dumps, but it also been buys in this range. Is it too oversold that the manipulation is now going to go to the upside in their favor? I don't know. That's why I asked you guys in the chat. Because, only 12% of you guys now say that, yes, the whales are going to buy the dip at 10 a.m. Someone is doing some whale games here. And we're coming into Monday with, we almost retouched the top of this area here at 90,200 again, but we lost it. So it is possible that we could get a little bit of a bullish move out of this. I don't know. I don't think it really matters anymore because manipulation is going to do what the manipulation wants to do. And like we saw this one back here at around 10 o'clock in the morning, this one went up, and of course this one went down. So it's possible, guys, we get either one out of this. They're keeping us in a range. That's all this is. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see here in about 35 minutes. Let me get back in the chat here. It says, sell it. I want more. Yes, did not who. Sell it. Yeah, he wants it twice. He wants it cheaper. Robbie Scott says, back to Chicago. I should have stayed in Florida. Damn, Robbie, you're in the same game I'm playing right now. I just canceled my ticket last week from Florida to Chicago. Well, yeah, we're in Chicago. I'm flying. I of course have the bunker in Illinois. So yeah. That's awesome, man. I decided to stay here until maybe February. We'll see how this game goes, right? All right, guys. All right. So that's what I got for you this morning. I do have a clip from Tom Lee, but we're probably not going to have time to watch that until right after the market open. So that's coming up here in a second. He was already on CNBC early this morning. Okay. So yeah, let's see what's going on Bloomberg at this moment. I think you're on live. Yeah, we're live right now.
But at the bottom of the pack, real estate, consumer staples, energy, consumer discretionary.
Do you see any of the underperformers picking up in 2026, the kind of dogs of the Dow theory?
Yeah, so we've done a bunch of work on this, Matt, and what we will say is, some of the stuff that has underperformed this year just has incredibly weak fundamentals relative to the tech and tech-enabled companies that have been outperforming. And we don't want to rotate for rotation's sake. There's a lot of people who are calling for rotation in the first part of next year,
yes,
because they like this kind of dogs of the Dow theory, or they want to kind of get out of the momentum trade and they want something to say. But we're really, really grounded in fundamentals. And
all right, they're about ready to go to break. But yeah, I agree with that. I'm not sure if she's, being a proponent of this, but she's definitely pointing to the fact that some of this capital rotation is going to occur next year. A lot of analysts are calling for only like a modest 5 or 10% increase in the Mag 7 next year. So it seems like a lot of that stuff's going to be kind of winding down here. Finally, soon. And someone actually said this morning, I wanted to show you guys just kind of the other side of the coin. If you guys did hear about this, I heard this morning that tech stocks like Nvidia, the Mag 7 in general, have only increased for stock market, it's insane, right? Have increased 300% since 2022. Now, if I go back to the lows here on 2022 for Bitcoin, even at our sold off range we are right now, we are still up 400%. 400%, over 400%, sitting at, about 900? Did I really grab the right spot there? I thought I did this earlier and it was a lot lower. I guess not. So about 90K, about 89,300 where we're at currently right now. We're still up 546% in Bitcoin since 2022. And if we, of course, went to the tops of the year, this year, we were sitting at about 670% from the previous high. So, yeah, I don't think you're doing bad if you're sitting in Bitcoin and probably in Ethereum as well. Ethereum is probably even crazier. If we go back to 2022 here, it's probably even crazier. Not really. Actually, it's really not. I'm surprised. It is high for the year, at the opening of the year. It was probably only around like 320, maybe 310. I can't go at the top anymore here, but yeah, 300 and plus percent. Where we at right now with Ethereum, it's only 164% from the lows back in 2022. So again, I think Bitcoin's holding us up, of course. And you're doing very, very well if you're just sitting in your head, holding most of your bags in Bitcoin. All right. Getting back to it. Where are we at? Open bell happening in about 2 minutes, a minute and 30 seconds, or it's probably 45 seconds now. Let's step back in the chat real quick, see if anything else is here. Here for the morning bell, says Bag Holders Anonymous. Nebs, yes, how's it going? Good morning, Nebs. Good morning. We're about ready to see it here in about 40 seconds or so. Let's take a look at some headlines real quick. If you have a minute, what's making the headlines this morning? High cost of goods is causing consumers to spend less for the holidays. Yes, we are seeing it. Oh my gosh, we're seeing less people show up in general to shop. We got Andy coming in with a £5 super chat. Andy, my whale friend, how are you doing this morning? How you doing? Boom. Thank you for supporting the channel, Andy. He says, hey guys, I thought on Friday's dump with the Bank of Japan, some predictions, Bitcoin will go to 63,000. Yes, some people are predicting a 20% drop from the unwind this week. I guess it's officially going to be confirmed if they're going to see a rate hike or not by the 18th. So it'll all happen this week, guys. We have jobs data coming out this week. We've got, consumer data, CPI coming out later this week. I think jobs data comes out tomorrow. So it's going to be a very data heavy week. I feel like it's kind of getting, pre-sold because of that, but we're already oversold as it is on Bitcoin. Do we have time to show you oh no, we don't. Boom.
Coming off of that a little, but
just in time. We made it.
The Monday open. The NASDAQ doing even better, up 0.75%, and small caps gaining about 2/3 of 1%. You look at the New York Stock Exchange. Ron Barron ringing the opening bell there with his colleagues at Barron Capital, celebrating a couple of their active ETFs. That has been really the flavor of ETFs this year. You'll know if you watch ETF IQ, which, by the way, is on today again at 12 noon with an extra special guest. Tractor Supply ringing the bell down at the NASDAQ market site, and beyond ready. Looks like they have some Girl Scouts down there, maybe. This is a company, sorry, it's a 4-H thing. I should have noticed by the clovers. This is a
4-H fair.
company, a stock that has kept pace with and actually outperformed the S&P, just barely. If you include reinvested dividends, it's up 99% and change over the last 5 years. The S&P up 98% and change. Take a look at a couple of the companies involved in deal news this morning. ServiceNow is one that we're watching. It's in advanced talks to buy the cybersecurity startup Armis in a deal that may be valued as much as $7 billion. This, according to People Familiar. The same is true of Intel. It's in a deal, in deal speculation, I should say. People Familiar say it's looking to acquire AI chip startup Samba Nova for about $1.6 billion, including debt. Let's bring in Citi Wealth Chief Investment Officer Kate Moore. And Kate, just to talk about the animal spirits in this market, deals, IPOs, everything seems to be back on track. Does that hold into 2026 with the tailwinds that you're talking about economically?
You're muted.
Sorry. Did you mute yourself?
I must have muted myself. I'm sorry about that.
I'm just
so
glad
excited.
we still have you.
Yeah, I'm so excited while you were giving your market update a moment ago that I had to turn off my my audio. What I'm thinking is that for 2026, we'll have a continuation of a bunch of this capital markets activity. And I just want to point out, Matt, that there's a bit of a disconnect here between what has been solid capital markets activity, where we're seeing actually a significant amount of interest across a variety of different asset classes, and people's concerns that there are weakness in parts of the economy and that the Fed should continue to cut rates. These two things are not really that consistent. In an environment where the economy is weakening, the labor market's weakening, where we have to be sort of worried about the forward growth trajectory, companies are not going to be coming to market, and acquisitions and targeted events will not likely happen. So we're of the view that capital markets activity will pick up again in 2026, and that it will be an opportune time for high quality companies to offer shares to investors.
So do we need rate cuts? This is kind of the question I was trying to get at before the break. Do we need rate cuts in order for companies to post double-digit earnings, for stocks to continue to climb? I mean, can't things do well on a markets and economic level without the Fed cutting rates?
Yeah, I think that the economy and the markets can do well without additional rate cuts. But look, no one's asking me to be an FOMC voter at this point. We have been talking about this, though, since the beginning of October, that it wasn't a slam dunk that the Fed would cut rates, at the October and December meetings, and that we were likely going to see actually some economic data and some behavior on the part of consumers and businesses that was more supportive of a growth environment. The one thing we've also been talking about, Matt, which I think is a little bit different than others, is that inflation may stay a little bit warmer. I've called it spicy, but a little bit warmer than some people are expecting. The ideal environment for a lot of people's positioning into next year is that, you see inflation coming down meaningfully close to 2, or the lower parts of 2, and economic growth being strong. But we actually think that prices are going to remain relatively elevated, closer to that kind of 3% level. And that also makes the Fed decision a little bit harder. So I don't think the Fed needs to continue to cut rates.
All right. I heard enough of this. TradFi only thinking about TradFi. Yeah, it's wild out there, guys. It's crazy out there. If you haven't seen how the other side lives, of course, you're probably on that other side with me as well. How the rest of the 90% live. Yeah, it's not great.
So just chill out. Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
Yes, quit murdering people, and quit funding the markets. I want to show you guys just a little bit of how people are living right now. It's absolutely insane. If I can grab my my history real quick. I always lose how freaking where YouTube allows you to keep your. Is it me? I think it's me. It's not you, it's me. I showed some of this a few days ago. It's been a minute. Let me pick one. I do love watching some of these content creators on YouTube. They basically pull some of the crazy extremes that we're seeing right now. People living out of their cars. People giving up on life. People, again, just going out.
How much do I pay for rent?
Going to their normal 9 to 5, their job, going to their going to the places they normally shop, seeing it completely empty, the airports. I do like the Epic Economist to show me some of this stuff as well. He, vets out a lot of this crazy stuff. People are feeling it, guys. People are feeling it. No one can afford to live right now. No one.
Rich too. My net worth is over $5 million, and I'm not saying that to brag. And frankly, I couldn't care less if you think it's tacky to talk about money on the internet to strangers. I'm sharing this so you'll be curious and want to know why I decided to downsize so drastically when I didn't need to. First, I didn't get rich because I got divorced. I got rich because I built and sold a successful online business. I worked my ass off and I got so burnt out I didn't recognize myself anymore. I even got committed against my will to 4 different mental hospitals in 2 years because the doctors don't know what burnout is. They just tell you it's a mental illness and give you a little pill. But it's all bullshit. Mental illness is a sign that something is out of alignment. Your brain and your body aren't balanced because you aren't living the way you're meant to live, which is happy, free, safe, and doing what you love. I'm so sick of our government lying to us and allowing big corporations.
All right, she goes into a rant, but basically a $5 million net worther living in a camper. You didn't hear that wrong. The world has gotten completely insane, and everyone, of course, is trying to find viable options to save money in this dire economy. Yeah, so Wall Street, I think, is just completely, off the big picture here. When people can't even afford to live, and they're living in cars. There's so many people living in their cars now. It's insane. All right, moving on. Let's get into some other stuff, guys. What else we have this in the morning on the headlines here? Costco, of course, saying high goods are causing consumers to spend less for the holidays. CNBC survey finds is one of the headlines we read this morning. We can take a look at that article real quick because it's kind of the theme. It's tough, guys. It's tough out there. Let's see how Bitcoin's holding after the market bell opened. 89.7 right now. Are we going to pump or dump? Right around that 10 a.m. time period, we've been seeing a lot of this manipulated price action. Again, I put up a poll. You guys saying, no, we're going to dump at 10 a.m. It's a manipulated AF. According to the polls here on the morning. 89.7 right now on Bitcoin. And I think it's going to do okay. I feel like we're oversold AF. I've been looking at the charts. We did knock out all of the longs, though. We've been knocked out all the longs, though. We can take a look real quick at Kimba the White Snowland on YouTube, of course, bringing us the live heat map for free. Don't pay for bookmap if you get it for free from Kimba. We did see a nice bounce here already this morning, but we did just destroy all of the longs over the weekend. So with some surprise price action happening on early Sunday morning, afternoon, the likes of which we don't normally see on a Sunday. We usually see a later, price action happening closer to the morning open in the foreign markets, not in America, waking up on a Sunday, but on, of course, the morning on Monday. We did see, of course, this bounce, the short term, but we did just wipe through the biggest level of support we had. The golden pocket was completely destroyed. We have what's remaining here, about 87,000. So it's possible we go back down, hit $87,000. So I asked you guys, are we going to stay above 88K? We are very, 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 tightly range bound now in this area, and it's possible we just kind of sit here until all the data's out. That might be what everyone's waiting for, but now we have a lot more potentially selling off the closer we get to those 90,000, 95, $1,000 ranges. So be on the lookout for that. It's probably going to get pretty bloody this week if we get any sort of data that's not in our favor. Okay, just a quick little update on price action and, of course, the order books. All right, getting back into it. Let's see what else Bloomberg's yapping about.
Is once again off today, off about 2% right now, taking 4 points off of the S&P 500. Apple is down only 0.6%, but that's good for 3 points loss. And then ServiceNow.
Looks like everything's starting to sell off in preparation for this data tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the first of the data, and I think Thursday will be. I think it's jobs data tomorrow, and then CPI on Thursday. I think that's the lineup. Okay, so yeah, we do have what else? Take a look at CNBC, what they're talking about this morning. Crypto markets rise
10%
because of that.
On CoStar is also down.
Are you telling me they can do what Zillow does?
Google
Holy
putting for sale listings
Einstein,
directly
wake
into
up.
search results. and it's a test.
Okay.
Showing full property detail pages, links to request a tour, contact an agent, and apparently more within the listings.
It's a Zillow killer.
There may be a partnership. Again, I'm relying here on reporting of others, so I don't want to, but I did notice, obviously, the decline in both Zillow and also the CoStar Group. CSGP is down about 5%
They can
on
go
this
after
news.
that. They can go after that market. Absolutely.
So I was, well,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing
They're
the
going
power,
after
the power that Alphabet has, what they can do, in
whatever
terms
they
of whatever
want.
they choose
right,
to do.
versus what
But apparently Judge Maida, who had the jurisdiction over the remedy for the antitrust case, said, nah, don't worry about it. They're fine. No problem.
Yeah, normies don't have money to buy houses. You kidding me? All right, moving on. Enough of the old man bickering over at CNBC. Speaking of CNBC, I do have a clip I wanted to show you guys. Tom Lee was on this morning about an hour or two ago. Let's take a look at that clip.
Joining us now, Tom Lee, Fundstrat Head of Research. Tom, great to have you with us. There's a lot of things to talk about with you in terms of the skepticism now around the AI trade, skepticism around Bitcoin. Are they, in fact, related, do you think?
Related, but not related.
Yeah.
You know, I think the AI trade, I mean, it's been a juggernaut, and we know that the visibility for the next few years is really good. But now investors are just trying to figure out how much to discount, you know, what's the appropriate price to put. And that could drive some profit taking because they've done so well this year. On the crypto side, I think that there has been some concerns about, you know, quantum. And then there was that huge deleveraging event on October 10th. But the crypto fundamental story, I mean, is exiting on a really high note this year. You know, the U.S. government passed legislation and regulations favorable for crypto. And we know Wall Street has expressed a lot of interest in building products on the blockchain. So it's almost like they both have great visibility, but the price levels are just what's being uncertain.
I feel like what's common, though, with both of these stories, though, Tom, is investors questioning the growth, the trajectory of growth going forward for both of these stories. Not to say that things will contract, but maybe growth won't be as strong as we've seen. We've hit the peak sort of growth rates in terms of the story. The maximum bullishness happened with Bitcoin when the administration came on board and things started to sort of go Bitcoin's way. Maybe that was peak sort of trajectory higher when it comes to growth. Same thing with AI. Now it's a period where you're sort of wondering, will this actually get funded after we saw this massive expansion?
Yeah. Well, in crypto, the best years are definitely ahead because today there's only 4 million Bitcoin wallets with $10,000 in it. There's 900 million IRA and brokerage accounts globally that have $10,000. So that's 200 times larger market. With regard to AI, I do think that the business models need to evolve. You know, you can't just charge $20 a month. I mean, really AI, agentic services, but the market ends up being huge because in the U.S., it's really making 130 million existing workers into super workers. I mean, that's a several trillion-dollar market just in the U.S. alone. So I think there's still opportunities.
When do you think that we're going to see the tipping point on that front? And I think arguably you're seeing it a little bit maybe on the margins right now. But do you see a step change 18 months out from now? Is that 5 years out from now? It's because there's also questions, by the way, about some of these services and how valuable they are to people right now. And I know some CTOs and others who are actually saying, you know, we're actually not getting the value out of some of these products that we were hoping to.
Yeah, I think we're in what I'd call the bleeding edge phase, like where everything feels like the tech is in front of the applications. That happened in mobile, which I studied for 17 years, and in internet early days. You know, like when color phones first came out on mobile or even keyboards, people kind of sneered and said, you know, who's going to be using a color screen? And remember famously what happened when the iPhone was launched and how one of the biggest competitors dismissed it and saying it's just a toy.
Right.
I think we're at that phase with AI where the capabilities will blossom and then services will follow. But that, as you know, the future happens faster than many expect.
So if the business models of these players, which people commonly call the Mag 7 in general, need to change, then what does that do to the valuation? Are we rethinking the valuation? Because, I mean, one distinct change has definitely already happened, and that is asset light to asset heavy, asset spending on assets continues, et cetera. Is that reflected already, or does there need to be further adjustment?
I believe that AI stocks, especially stocks like NVIDIA, are going to actually re-rate higher. Because if Walmart and Costco trade at 37 to 45 times earnings because they're predictable, then NVIDIA shouldn't be 27 times. I also think the banks are really criminally undervalued right now, like a JP Morgan, because that's becoming a technology company. And in the past, people are stuck in the head that they should trade at 1 times book or 10 times earnings. I mean, they should trade more like a tech stock. So I think tech and financials. Do you think that of
all the banks? Or do you, I mean, JP Morgan in particular is invested obviously heavily in tech. But if I said JP Morgan and then I mentioned a bank 10 rungs down, would you say the same thing?
Well, it depends on how sort of evangelized a bank is towards adopting AI and being tech forward.
So, okay, on this screen right here, like is Wells Fargo on your list of tech forward banks?
Possibly. Goldman certainly is, and I think Morgan Stanley has shown a lot of evidence. So I think banks are sort of getting it, but they are really becoming technology companies.
So even at record highs?
Even at record highs.
Thanks.
You know, as many technical strategists will tell you, it's actually sometimes better to buy things at all-time highs.
True.
Not always.
Wait, what? No, Tom Lee, what the hell? Maybe not in crypto. Anyway, guys, yes, how's it going in the chat? That was, of course, Tom Lee talking to the pre-market this morning. Had a clip saved for you guys. Yeah, he still thinks that we're still ready to go. We're ready to go. 2026 is going to be the biggest setup for crypto. It's still in his eyes, of course, being very biased with Bitmine. All right, let's get back in the chat, guys. How you guys feeling? Yes, I feel it burnt out, says Cody. Yeah, me too, man, me too. That's why I'm hanging out in sunny Florida until the foreseeable future. Again, guys, this is all simulation. We're not in the studio right now. I swear. Yes, this is a drawdown, allows to subjugate the market and turn it and makes the phrase "you're early" true, says Nebs. 100% Nebs. 100%. Also giving us the best opportunities to sell when we want to sell. The longer you hold, the more opportunity you will have to sell. And sell when you want to sell and win. Always win. That's my strategy anyway. Time in the market, of course, defeats timing the market. Always. Let's get back in the chat. What else we have? Andy saying someone needs to challenge Tom Lee on his constant crypto predictions. Yeah, you're right. I think we need... we do have some analysts, of course, calling for ridiculous stuff as well. Like Bloomberg's head analyst calling for what, $10,000 Bitcoin next year. Yeah, crazy stuff like that. There's stuff out there. You just got to look for it, guys. You can, of course, keep your bias in check. Look at all the options. Not you, says, I would to some bullshit, never buy at the all-time highs. Yeah, what the hell exactly? What was Tom Lee saying at the end of that? I don't know. Saying some things are better when you're buying at all-time highs. I don't know, man. I could never do that. I've never done that. Never will do that. Strawberry Dragon says, buy high, sell low. Yes, Strawberry Dragon's 100%. That's how you give all the money back to the markets. Bobbin says, when never. 67% soon. Still sticking with his guns. 67% soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
All right, guys, let's get back in the headlines. Anything else to take away here? That was Fox Business. Let's take a look at them real quick. Jimmy Lai facing life in prison after conviction. Not sure what he did. Of course, Fox Business is always giving you the political aspect in our market. Okay, what else we got here? Talk about Fannie Mac now. Fannie Mae adding billions of loans to the balance sheet. Let's see what's going on here.
Writes about credit for us. Coming up, gold climbs to near fresh records again, given a boost by the Fed's latest rate cut.
Let's take a look at that. How's gold, silver, and Bitcoin doing against each other in the top 10 assets? You already know Bitcoin's probably sitting at number 8 or 9. Let's see this morning how we are doing. Gold sitting at 30.343 trillion, damn near its all-time high. It might actually be on it right now as we speak. Let's take a look at gold real quick. Almost. Ooh, it touched it. It touched the butt. It looks like it touched the butt this morning. Just barely wicked up there. I think it within like 10 or 20 bucks, it missed it. I think it missed it by $10. Sitting at $4,329. Of course, we're still waiting for the lagging indicator on gold to play out for Bitcoin. It's been a while since I updated that too. Let's get back and let me take a bars pattern over there real quick. Here we go. Let's see if I can grab this one. Just throw it on some sort of area. There we go. This one's back in November 8th. That's not far enough. I need something bigger. I need something more real. More real. We need like April or something like that. Let's see where Bitcoin's at against gold. Let's see. April. Boop doop doo. Way back here. May. April 1st. That's a good place to track it. There we go. To where we are right now. 4,300. Where are we at? Oh, whatever. It's close enough. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna put that in the back in the Bitcoin. Bitcoin's chart, and oh, yeah, that's of course the old one there. And we're gonna get a fresh new one to place on top of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. I'm just gonna line this one up. Where we got here? Shoot. I think it's right there. There we go. All right. There we go. Yeah, a little messy, but it'll work. It'll work. This is where we're currently facing Bitcoin against gold. Still, still separating in terms of price action. But we did follow this pretty damn close. I probably shouldn't delete the other one. I went back even further on the other one. We were almost on par with gold until we weren't, right? Until we weren't. And that happened basically on 10-10. We lost it. We lost it 10-10. Of course, the gold to Bitcoin parity. Lagging indicator. So again, if we just look at this, we still have, you know, maybe the same sort of price action ready to go, showing us where Bitcoin's likely to go into the beginning of next year. Coming back with new all-time highs. If we go something like this, it would be somewhere right around March instead of February or January. I think January is going to be kind of hit or miss. I think what's going to happen is by the end of December, this is almost getting right onto it. Yeah, this is actually playing out exactly what's going on in my head. Look at this, it's crazy. I just scribbled this on there. But yeah, I've been thinking in my head what's going to play out is we're going to get one more run into, wow, this is playing out perfectly. Yeah, well, no, I don't think it's going to be this high price action, but I've been saying this for a while. But back in September, I guess September, towards the end of the summer, I was like, you know what? I feel like it, guys. I feel like we're just going to sell this all off at the end of the year. There's going to be some major sell off. Of course, no one could have predicted 10-10, but it happened anyway. Perfect for the institutions. You could say manipulation, you call it whatever you want. It's a perfect outcome, of course, for the institutions to buy up all this on the cheap. But either way, I think we're going to probably climb back up one more time for the end of the year. I don't think we're going to get higher than our previous all-time high. So this is actually perfect going into next year with a huge sell-off right around beginning of January. That's nuts. And this is just, again, following gold's price action. So just wanted to throw that on there. It's an idea. Bitcoin, of course, can go down much lower. We still have the 75 CME gap. And then after we hit that, of course, the other CME gaps are above us. So it's more than likely we're going to continue to, chop higher after the institutions grab what they want on the lows. All right. So sitting right now at 88,300. Bitcoin having a bit of a flash crash right now. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the 1 minute time frame. All right. Let's see. Well, so we're talking about gold. It's price action against Bitcoin. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Boom. Right. We're at 5 minutes before 10. Yes, of course. Right on time. It happened, guys. So 75% of you guys in the chat also correct. We are, of course, going to sell it off. This is I don't know, probably the 10th time in the last 2 or 3 weeks we've seen this happen. This is not shocking at all for Bitcoin to be doing this at 10 a.m. on Monday. False Move Monday as well. You guys know how this goes. Bart Simpson after Bart Simpson here on the charts. If you look at, of course, on the week, the past week or two. Yeah. Bing, bang, bing, bang, boom. And of course, we did get squeezed out here. This is actually the edge of our bearish trend to the downside. So we could not flip that bullish. And now we're selling that off. We were a little out of that area, that zone. We've been watching that since October. That goes all the way back to October 10th, of course, when the big flash crash occurred on Bitcoin. And then we have, of course, the fire sale against that, which, yeah, we've already lost that quite a while ago. That's our macro trend level. We don't want to go under, keep us underneath that for too long, or the whole thing is over. All right, so yeah, that's of course what we're looking at there. Following that into And everyone's looking at these same areas, guys. This entire market's psychological. That's why I always say that. All right. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. How low can we go? How low? We're going to bounce as soon as we get down to our previous low from last night. Last night, we sold this down at 7 o'clock to 87.5. That was the wick. And it wicked really quick. Are we going to get the same sort of quick wick fashion when we hit that here in a few minutes? Possibly. Let's take a look at the 1 minute again as we watch this thing fall. Maybe the 3 minute. I got to get a little closer so I can see the damn... damn thing. All right, so that's our next target right here. Watching a flash crash here in the morning. Are we going to get a higher low? This is so ridiculous. At least it's doing something. I'm not going to complain. 87, 8, 88 that flat. Coming back up to retest 88 flat. Let's take a look at the order books and see how they're doing right now. Let's go over to Kimba the White Snow Lion, bringing us the live heat map for free. Don't pay for, let me get for free. Ooh, there's a lot. Wow, 5 million roughly there, sold off in the last minute or so. Right now we're oversold by about $7.4 billion on the day against $7 billion buys. So we are still keeping it steady, although a little bit, of course, more to the downside. And we get a lot more loads. Whoa, dropping off here, as it's pretty obvious. This is where we've been going. If we're, of course, waking up on a Monday. 1.2, more selling pressure right now than buy pressure at the present moment. We do have, of course, the golden pocket that's remaining, right? Sending us all the way back down, possibly to 87,000. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now on the books. 88K retesting again, possibly for a bounce. I'm starting to print a little bit of green here on the 3 minute, on the 1 minute. Short time frames, we're waiting for the 5 minute to print. Hopefully green, setting us some sort of correction back up to the upside. All right, it's still early, guys. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning. Speaking of which, we got to get into some crypto news here in a second. It's 10 a.m. It's usually when we do it. We're waking up. We're waking up pretty quickly. So, are we going to see it? I don't know. I would say they can't do this every single day. I mean, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. They can't do it every day in quick succession. People are, of course, becoming wiser to it. I think are loading up. A lot of OG whales probably looking at maybe a low. Like if this happens continuously, maybe lows of like 85 could become present, and I think that might be where we get an even bigger bounce. Until the end of the year, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. All right, moving back into it, guys. We're getting some crypto news. Let's see what's breaking this morning. I'll keep this on the side of my eye, so I can make sure we're not dumping further for you guys. All right. There we go. It's in the corner of my eye. All right. Let's get back to it. What else do we got here? Let's get back to crypto news. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph early this morning. What do we got? Bitcoin to 40K. Macro analyst Luke Rahman turns bearish on Bitcoin. I just don't see that ever possible again. Not with the demands of the miners. Bears to take over below $90,000. 5 things to know this week. Crypto's used in 2025. We need something juicy, man. Ex-Canadian Canon exec blames China shutdown for 10% of Bitcoin's hash rate fall. Damn. How crypto is used in 2025. YouTube, Pokemon cards, and more. Yes, don't forget Sui is partnered up with Pokemon. How many times do I have to say that in my channel? Here's what happened in crypto today. What else we got? There's really nothing here. I'm surprised. We're getting very lackluster news this morning. JP Morgan launches its first tokenized money market fund on Ethereum. Is that the JPY token? I think we've been talking about that for months. Looks like it might be going live today. JPY launches its first tokenized money market fund on Ethereum. The new Ethereum-based fund backed by JP Morgan allows qualified investors only to earn US dollar yields for subscribe to redeeming using cash or stablecoins. But I thought the banks don't want to give us yields. Not for using stablecoins, but yeah, it looks like they want to do something with this, and they're tokenizing it. JP Morgan is one of the world's biggest banks and advancing its presence in tokenized finance by launching its first money market fund through its $4 trillion asset management arm. The fund, on-chain net yield fund, will trade under the ticker MONEY, really, MONY, and is available on the public Ethereum blockchain. JP Morgan said in an announcement shared with Cointelegraph on Monday, launched via Kinexys Digital Assets, JP Morgan's proprietary tokenization platform. Money is a 506c private placement fund providing qualified investors the opportunity to earn US dollar yields by subscribing through its institutional trading platform, Morgan Money. With Morgan Money, the tokenization can fundamentally change the speed of efficiency of transactions, adding new capabilities to traditional products, said John Donahue, head of the global liquidity at JP Morgan Asset Management. It's so funny, guys, because we're going into 2026 and all the qualified investors are allowed to participate in this. And, it's not going to be until they made all the money that they're going to offer this to the typical normies like, and love, right? Your mom, your grandma, of course, your friends, your family. JP Morgan, one of the largest big banks in the world, is advancing its presence in tokenized finance by launching its first money market fund and $4 trillion asset management firm. By launching Money, JP Morgan has become the largest global systematically important bank to introduce tokenized money market funds, MMF, on a public blockchain. The bank said in its announcement, the fund's tokenization provides increased transparency, peer-to-peer transferability, and potential for broader collateral usage within the blockchain ecosystem. It said, the markets are a significant step forward in how assets will be traded in the future, Donahue said, highlighting the role of Morgan Money when qualified investors can access the fund and receive tokens at their blockchain addresses. Launched in 2019, Morgan Money provides a real-time investment dashboard and a single access point for operations, allowing investors to build stronger liquidity strategies. Morgan Money is the first institutional liquidity trading platform to integrate traditional on-chain assets, offerings investors access to full range of money market products, JP Morgan said. All right, it goes on and on and on, but you guys get the idea. And like I've always said with these, I've had friends that came to me and said, I'm not getting into crypto. I'm not getting into Bitcoin until it's all offered by the banks. It's already here, guys. It's already here. It's just not here for you. And by the time it's here for you, it'll be too late and all the money will be made. So don't forget to get in before it is all gone. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Still right now testing 87.6 right now. This is the low. We are bouncing possibly from here, or we're going to send it further down. It is a false move Monday, guys, so we could be getting a fake out or a shakeout even further to the downside. Damn, man, we're climbing right down to, hopefully we don't get that low, our bear target from Friday. Damn, guys, this is brutal price action. What
are you, stupid?
Yep. Sell it. Just rip it off. Get it over with. Get on with it. It's crashing right now to 87.4, 87.5 on the live. All right, see how you guys are doing here in the chat. Good morning, crazies, listening in while I work. Good morning, Ben. We love you, Ben. We love you. We got some more up here from Andy as well. Let's take a look and see what else we got here. Buy high, sell low, says Chubby Dragons. Yes. Andy says, do I need to study for Saturday night or just get drunk and maybe a full Spencer? I can't wait for that night, my friend. It's going to be a hoot and a holler for sure. You can just be you, my friend. It's mostly just going to be old men bickering about Bitcoin and crypto assets. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And you guys have asked for it. So it's all thanks to you guys. We're going to have Spence and Andy. How's Spence doing, by the way? Because I haven't seen him over the last 2 weekends. We've been hanging out on the open mics over at Crypto Futures. Guys, don't forget to check out Crypto Futures. The link's in the description down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe here as well. But Crypto Future, of course. I just did a blockchain buzz with him on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. Go check that one out as well. Definitely love hanging out with the Rob man. The man with the plan and the man with the gems over on Crypto Futures. Guys, we wouldn't have Zbeck. If it weren't for Rob, of course, finding that one out for us. All right, over there. All right, so 87.7 on Bitcoin, possibly seeing a bounce here as it just wicked down to where we just saw a little lower than we just saw over the weekend. That was Sunday night at 6 or 7. I just can't believe that, man. We saw a low on a freaking middle of the. We didn't see the likes of this. Usually, it starts to happen right around 6 or 7, or 7 or 8 or 9. 9 usually, typically about the most price action we get starting to move on a weekend. It's about 9. Foreign markets being pretty you can tell it's being pretty well behaved, right? Pretty well behaved every single weekend, every single night. All of it. You can tell it's all flat on the evenings because the foreign market is not doing it, man. It's America, of course, manipulating Bitcoin's price action to the up or downside, whatever they, of course, want it to go. And yeah, sitting right now, climbing right back up to 88 quickly. Maybe see that quickly there with hopefully a fake out this morning. Oh man, it's Monday, man. Anything's possible. We can see even more downside pressure. I kind of want to get it over with, man. Send it. All right. So yeah, I'm just keeping track of this while we're getting through the news, guys. All right, let me go back to the news here. Let's go back to the news. Keeping an eye on that there. All right, let's see. Vitalik Buterin pitches a ZK proofs to audit X algorithm and rankings. Bitcoin investors loses retirement fund in AI-fueled romance scam. Ooh, be careful out there, guys. Everyone's out for your keys. Soulja Boy, really? The token sparks backlash after base co-founder post-purchase receipt. Been a while since we heard about these celebrity rug pulls. Bhutan deepens green Bitcoin strategy with the Cumberland-backed infrastructure. So Bhutan is definitely, investing even more. JP Morgan, we already went over that. So we're getting some decent news here. This is all, of course, happening in the foreign market news here. 9 hours ago, some of these here. Michael Saylor hints at the next Bitcoin buy as Bitcoin falls below 88K. Let's see what's going on with our Sailor man. Let's get back over here. Guys, if you like what you're seeing here on the live, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, but also check me out on Twitter, of course, where we do our doom scrolling every single day. Let's see what we got here today. Unfiltered doom scrolling. Be warned. It could get nasty. Michael Saylor is saying that he's acquired 10,600 more Bitcoin, roughly about the same amount he purchased last week. Guys, he's buying $1 billion at these price ranges. This is insane. $980 million, roughly $1 billion at $92,000 per Bitcoin, and has achieved a Bitcoin yield of 24.9% year to date as of 12/14/2025. We hodl 671,000 now, about 10,000 more than they were last week. Getting closer to 700. They're about ready to rival BlackRock. BlackRock, of course, sitting at, what was the last time we checked? 790, I believe they're sitting at right now. Let's take a look at Bitcoin treasuries real quick in the AM. Where is it? And we got to get through some metrics, guys. Bitcoin's price actions deterred us from looking at the metrics. It's been a fun morning. All right. So yeah, strategy, of course, they're holding 671. Of course, is the largest public treasury company. And then we're looking at BlackRock. Been a while since we looked at the U.S. I think the U.S. is still sitting at like 340 or 50 or whatever. There's BlackRock up there, of course, still hanging around 776,000, with one of the largest outflows we've seen in Bitcoin in recent months. It's shedded since October. It shed like 25,000 tokens. So MicroStrategy's buying it all up. It's okay. MicroStrategy's got you, bro. He's gonna gobble that all up. All right, what else do we have here on the unfiltered, unvetted doom scrolling? JP Morgan steps further into crypto with tokenized money fund. We already covered that. Guys, we're winning. We're covering all, of course, we're breaking all the breaking news. What else we have here? Of course, strategy. Breaking. Japan to start selling $500 billion in ETFs. Ooh, it's coming. It's coming. This week's going to be insane. Japan's central bank plans to be selling 83 trillion yen, roughly around $534 billion in ETF holdings as soon as next month. Bank of Japan will sell slowly about 330 billion yen per year to avoid market shock. So they're doing this in respect to the rest of the world. We may not see this giant, drop or shock. We might see the initial reaction of the markets start to price it in. But I don't think, I don't know. We're going to see how this, we also, don't forget, we also have stimulus coming, a massive amount of stimulus coming for Japan. So I think it's going to offset it a little bit as well. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic in the long term as people are expecting. In the short term, it could be catastrophic. Bank of Japan starts selling ETFs as early as January. Bloomberg Japan ETFs holdings are valued about $534 billion. It'll take about 112 years. What? No way. Japan's ETF holdings are valued at $534 billion and will take 112 years to sell at the current pace. What? I can't wrap my head around that. That's insane. I guess they're going to be dripping that out. And you know America has to have this all wrapped up in policy, right? There's no way America's just going to allow them to just dump it all at once, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. So they got some sort of deal, I'm sure, with Donald Trump's administration. Just in El Salvador now holds 7,500 Bitcoin worth 667 million. Again, they can't stop, won't stop buying the dips, and they always double down when we're sitting at these ultra lows. Breaking Japan to cut crypto tax from 55% to flat 20%. We've been covering this for months since they announced it in the summer, and it's going to, of course, usher in a huge interest in Bitcoin and crypto assets next year. I can't wait to see what happens in Japan next year. Yeah, I think we've read all this stuff. We know what's going on there. What's this one? Russia has accused the U.S. of trying to, yeah, we've covered this when it happened. I have a quick little video you guys can watch, of course, on my channel. This happened months ago. That is, of course, Bitcoin and crypto. They're going to invest into crypto and devaluate the currency, and they let the world pay for it. Basically, that's what he said. Okay, just in Michael Saylor's strategy, it will remain in the Nasdaq 100 index. And yeah, still will not get accepted into the SP 500. It's going to get harder, of course, for him to get that with Bitcoin's current price action. Just in $4 trillion, JP Morgan to launch its first tokenized money market fund. We covered that. So Michael Saylor working at McDonald's again. He will work for Bitcoin. Me too, Saylor. Me too. If we continue this downward spiral, I will be probably taking a job in when I would go back to Illinois next year. Yeah, Justin Strategy has acquired 10,000. We covered that as well. Study Bitcoin. A salary is a drug they give you to forget your dreams. Study Bitcoin. 100%. Love it. All right. News. Texas Instruments has purchased Ubitech, UBTech's industrial humanoid robot walker S2 and is currently deploying its testing and its production of lines. UBTech will also integrate more Texas Instruments. Guys, it looks like the robots are coming again. I'm warning you, it's coming. It's happening soon. Robots are coming to take your jobs. And yeah, steal your loved ones, because you know they're going to be doing things in the bedroom that your loved ones can't achieve. All right, yeah, of course, yeah, going into the full thing. All right, Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin? We're coming back down right now to test the lows again, guys. 87.5 just hit again, wicking back down. Could we see it break right now? It looks like it wants to continue wicking a little higher here. Just briefly, this is the 5-minute chart. The 1 minute coming down to retest again. This is an exciting morning, guys. It's an exciting morning. I like it. I miss it, man. I want to see more. The suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last.
What are you, stupid?
It's a lot of fun. All right. Let's get back in the chat here. Andy, I miss you. And Spencer, Strawberry Dragons, 100%. We miss, of course, our elders. Clip says, wasn't the Friday thing like Jeopardy with topics and categories such as what the F, freeze-dried eggs, flannel shirts? We could probably ask them some questions, too, if you want to. I have a whole bunch of list of questions I ask everyone I bring on the channel, but maybe we'll do some special ones for them. Try to test their knowledge on crypto, see how they're doing. Strawberry Dragons, it's just a great lineup. I love, so for those who are not aware, Andy has just got into crypto this year. He is a very big whale, and of course one of our close friends here on the channel. And Spence has been kind of in and out over the last 10 years, I think. I think Spence has been in for a long time, longer than me. I know, because he's been buying Bitcoin since Mt. Gox before it collapsed. And so it's definitely a great perspective between the two, new and old, and also both old and decrepit. I love you guys. Again, respect your elders. Strawberry Dragon says, yeah, save some Bitcoin for the poor, Sailor. Save some for the poor. Yeah, they're not going to. Don't forget to get some before it's all gone, guys. We're sitting at the lowest lows we've ever seen every single day, where it's new lows for Bitcoin on exchanges, right? Prices on Bitcoin don't matter when it comes to the amount of tokens available for you to potentially buy. Hitting a new low this morning, speaking of lows, right now, 87.3 being tested. How low can we go? Let's back test real quick and see how low can we go. The next level we can hit is probably, I think it's like 85. The lowest we can probably get to on today. If we do a super flash crash, it's like 80K. 85,000 is the next real big zone we have. Next big area. We do have some chop here, so we can probably come back down and retest this soon. That would be right around like 87. So 87 flat. I would say maybe in the thick of it right here might be the last area before we send it down and retest the likes of like 85.5 and those kind of areas. Man, we haven't talked about those in a while. And again, the lowest you can probably hit is at what, 80,000 back after. That was the low we saw right after 1010. That was our low, our bounce. The likes of Kathy Wood, Rob Paul, Tom Lee saying this, of course, being our bottom over the last few weeks. And honestly, we've been going sideways. If you just count the range we've been in, we've been going solid sideways right here for the last 2 or actually 3 or 4 weeks. It's been longer than 2 weeks. 2 weeks, of course, brings us, of course, into our standardized comfortable range for a breakout, right? And I think that we've put in the time already. We're ready to move higher. It's just we got to get the whale games out and done with. 87 flat testing right now soon on the live. Send it. Are we gonna bounce? 87 flat's a big one. And then after that, of course, we have 86.5. Let's see if we can get it. Can we get it? Who's catching the knife this morning? Where'd my knife go? Do I still have the knife on here? I don't think I deleted it. Where'd the knife go? I don't know. It must have got deleted. That's a shame. I'll have to find another knife. I used to have my hodl knife. Because if you're hodling, you don't need to catch a knife. I wonder where my hodl knife went. Let's get a knife back on here. There it is. Who's catching that knife this morning? Mimo the Chaos Dolphin lives. Good morning, Jake the Snake. How you doing this morning? Again, guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Yes, of course, bringing you the news every single day in crypto. Breaking as it happens. You can't see my floppy disk because of my simulation breaking down here. But yes, I need to shill harder. According to Jake the Snake, long live the king of Ohio, Jake the Snake.
Oh, hail the king of Ohio! Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches, the painter of lead pipes, the igniter of dumpster fires.
Yes! We got to get you on again. Jake, everyone's asking for you too. Danny was asking about when you're going to get on last week. Yes, Andy says we nutters will show the young team how to drink without passing out. Skirts are optional. Skirts are up or down. Hopefully they're down. What the hell?
What are you, stupid?
There might be something else in this coffee for this morning. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jake the Snake. How you doing, man? How you doing? Yes, life has been crazy the last few months. Anytime you're ready, Jake, just let me know. You're always welcome on the live. Clips, bringing on the flames. Yes. Jake Snake says, send it down to Pound Town. I missed that one up there. Save some Bitcoin for the poor. It says Strawberry. I've had this theory for a while, too, that maybe Satoshi's going to come back at some point when Bitcoin's like fully adopted. He'll come back from the shadows, and he'll just start handing out that million that's remaining to all the wallets equally in this ecosystem, or maybe even wallets that don't hold any, right, or hold very, very minimal amounts. And I just have this crazy feeling like, so we haven't heard the last of Satoshi, right? I don't know, something like that. I feel like would be like the biggest wealth distribution ever. That'd be amazing to see, because nothing the government could do to stop it either. I've had this idea for a long time. I mentioned it a few times, but you just never know what's going to happen in crypto. That's for sure. 87 flat right now. Will we hold? Oh my God. We got to get back to the news, man. It's just so hard to look away from the flash crash. We hardly ever get to see these days. I get so excited when price action actually does something up or down. Oh man, I can't wait for the eventual rebound on this too. So if we just keep dripping this out for the rest of the year, and we see this giant return next year in January, February, it's going to be insane, guys. The recovery is going to melt faces. People are going to be screaming and running in the streets. Skirts up for sure. Oh my God. Everywhere. All right. Jake the Snake says, how did I feel to have Caesar digging your vibe? How did it feel to have... Dude, Caesar was awesome, man. We had a lot of fun on Saturday. If you guys didn't catch that live stream, I did mention it earlier. We did Blockchain Buzz on Saturday from Crypto Futures, a live stream. Don't forget to hit the link down below to Crypto Futures. Check him out as well. We had a blast, man. I love Caesar. We just vibed very well. 100%. From Super Chat to Blockchain Buzz. Yes. That's right, Jake the Snake. It all came together. Jake the Snake, of course, we covered that. What was that? A few months ago. Jake the Snake had threw a super chat at Caesar and said, he said something, Crypto Chaos and Crypto Futures family, love you. The Crypto Otaku and all that in a super chat. That was, of course, awesome, Jake the Snake, for you to give us some exposure over there. I appreciate it, man. You're awesome. All right, can't ask for a better king of Ohio. All right, Land of the Crazies. Speaking of Land of the Crazies, right now, Bitcoin's testing 86,900. It's absolutely crazy this morning, selling off, and of course, a spectacular planned fashion at 10 a.m. here on the live. Oh boy, how low can we go? How low can we go? Fire and flames.
We're gonna win so much.
Feels like it. Oh, damn. Here we go. We're testing the next level. Are we going to bounce here? Are we going to continue it down, selling down to 85.5? Damn. Let's take a look at the order books, see how they're reacting over at, of course, Kimba on YouTube, bringing us the live heat map for free. Let me clean this up real quick. Get back here. Here we go. We got to get through the metrics still, guys. How's the sentiment feeling right now? Let's take a look at that here in a second. So yeah, we smashed through. Oh yeah, we're right through the thick of it right now. We could wick pretty quickly if the bears can't keep us down lower than was it the $86,000 level? It's where we're entering the rest of the golden pocket. This is it. If we smash through this, they're gonna get pretty bought up. And it's possible you can see a rebound here. Man, they're set up some crazy levels. Even this is all brand new today, guys. So you are aware. Of course, more shorts, in play for the upside. Yeah, so we're getting through the thick of it right now. We built a little bit more of this over the weekend, but not too much. Most of it, of course, was already up here and already gone. All destroyed. They took all of it. All right, so yeah, we're getting that bounce right now, possibly at 86K. If not, yeah, we're going to go back down under 85. You're looking at 84 and some change up in here. I feel like a weatherman. Every time I do this, I feel like the freaking weatherman.
Are you stupid?
Yes, 82,000, of course, would be the last stop before the big one is 75,000, which is getting, of course, more and more heat by the day. This is all brand new from the weekend, guys. All of this every year here. I've been shouting out to this ever since last week when we started building it. Yeah, so we've been looking at this for a while. It's possible this is the last CME gap we have, albeit a little at 75K. They could go down, they go for broke, take us all the way down there. All right, so yeah. Is the bounce finally going to be in play here? We have a lot of history here in the midterm. If we go back here, back all the way to the beginning of the year, we were struggling here to get back up. And we, of course, defeated that when we had the flash crash at the beginning of December. And then we have a little bit price action back here after the big fall back in October. So there's a possibility we just bounce from here. Maybe a little lower, maybe send us down to 86.3 or 86 flat. It's possible we do not see a rebound to 86 flat too. That would be right around here. So we'll see. How low can we go, guys? Playing Bitcoin Limbo this morning. God, it's so bloody. Here on the 1 minute, looks like we want to set it down even further. 85.5 coming soon? Question mark? Damn. All right, what else we have in the chat? Andy says breaking $5 trillion. JP Morgan to bring the first tokenized money market. Yes, we covered that just a bit ago over on JP Morgan, only for, of course, qualified investors, of course. All right. So yeah, looks like it's starting to wick again, setting us back down to the downside for some more pain to come on Bitcoin. Oof, I don't want to look at my portfolio this morning. Ooh, it's going to be a doozy, guys. It's going to be a doozy. The rebound, though, is going to be insane. What are we going to get it? Maybe next week. Maybe after this jobs data comes out tomorrow. Again, guys, we have data coming out this week. It's going to be a very, very heavy data-driven week. We have jobs data coming out tomorrow, and then we have what is it? CPI. I think is it Thursday? I think it's the 16th. No. It's the 18th, right? Yeah, Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. Job CPI data. Okay, question mark. When CPI data? Schedule 18th. Yeah, so it's Thursday for the CPI. Yeah, so we have the whole week of data to get through. Could still see some more downside. It's Monday, guys. Remember false move Mondays? Yeah, it's typical in our space as well as the stock market. Same thing. It's probably see some sort of rebound here soon. We are getting some people starting to nibble. There's a couple $1 million there. Right now we're currently sitting at 88.2 billion buying, of course. Pressure here on the day, and we got 8.9 against 8.9 billion here on the day. So yeah, it's possible that we're oversold AF, and we're gonna start being getting some big buy pressure coming in here soon. The blood may not be over yet, though. A lot more people still selling right here at the lows of 86.5. Are we at 86.5 yet? 86.7. It's got 3 wicks already to the upside here on the 1 minute. Short term, look a little, 15 minute, not printing green yet, but yeah, the other small time frames are already. All right. So that could be the rebound starting to happen right now on the live. Yeah, this is the most wicks we've had so far to the upside. Maybe creating a bounce here. Maybe not yet. Maybe we need one more dip. Come on, just one more. Send it. Oh God, I love it. All right. What else is going on in our space? Let's take a look at the metrics while we're getting some consolidation here. Let's take a look and see what's going on with the rest of the markets. All right. Fear and greed sitting at stock market right now. Fear and greed opening today in fear. 43 in fear. Again, much higher than we were in the past few weeks. Sitting in extreme fear in the 20s. We're down in the 43 range. All right, and we got crypto fear and greed as well. Sitting in extreme fear, 16. Damn, let's go. Crazy. 16. Guys, we were just in the high 20s last Friday, in normal fear. I think we even hit in the 30s last week at some point. The lowest we ever seen on Bitcoin or crypto fear and greed was, 6? It was 6. I've never seen anything like that ever in my life. It's insane. Sitting at 16, I thought I've ever seen 16 either in the last 6 years I've been in crypto. Let's take a look and see what's going on with the Dixie. The Dixie's still coming down. Yeah, the Dixie's still coming down too, and we're still selling off. Insane. What is happening? This is going to be definitely a big false move Monday. Holy crap. Insane. 16 on the Dixie. More than likely going to break 88 today, possibly. We might have to wait till tomorrow to see it, though, with the jobs data. It's not going to be good, I can't imagine it being good at all. This is, again, we're 2 months behind on a lot of this data, so it's probably going to be a doozy tomorrow. Bitcoin could probably rally on it, too. If it's not heavily manipulated again. Okay, let's see. So what else we got? The Dixie. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles this morning. See what the biggest moves of the downside have been on the day. Ooh, sea of red today. Mostly looking at a 3% downward trend here on average here. Only thing up on the green in a significant fashion would be MYX. Everything down. We did see a big pump over the weekend. I think midnight was up like 30% over the weekend at one point. So seeing a pullback of 9% there is not too crazy for them. Other than that, everything's pretty much consolidating. 7% off on SWE on the day. That's a huge dip. That could be a good opportunity there on just the daily price action. I don't really see anything else that crazy. There's Meme Core down 7%, but that's pretty normal for Meme Core up and down. Aerodrome down 8% on the day. That's pretty crazy. for a daily move. 5% on Say, 6% on Virtuals, 4% on Chainlink. Chainlink still, yeah, getting beaten down like everything else. All right, let's take a look and find some opportunities here on the weekly. We're looking for at least 15% off. There's nothing, except for NISA. I've never even heard of this. This just moved into our top 100 here. Am I at 200? Oh my God, I'm in the top 200 again. I don't know what I did there. Looking on the weekly here. Looking for 15s at least minimum. Jupiter's down 18%, 19% Caspa, Near's down 13, Aerodrom's down 20. Yeah, there's some opportunities here on the weekly. You can definitely you see for sure. Let's take a look at the monthly. See what's sold off the most here on the month. We're still actually we're coming up still over time. ICP is only down 40% this week on the monthly. Render's only down 34% on the monthly. So again, some of the ones we were looking at that were down 50% last week on the monthly, still starting to chip up. As guys, we've been sitting at these lows for so long. These opportunities don't really feel like as much big as opportunities they used to be. Tau was 50% off last week, at the beginning of last week on the monthly too. Don't forget that as well. So there aren't that many opportunities still remaining, even on these longer time frames. Looking for 30s, 40s, and there aren't too many good ones here that are oversold here on the monthly. Damn, if I had to pick one, it's probably going to still be ICP. That's been my top pick last week. Morpho's down 44.5. There's a little extra there if you're into that. Or Starknet, that's down 44%. Fogpoint's down 40. There's a lot of 30s, 40s, but nothing I'm like too excited about. How's Solana doing? Where the hell is Solana? I think Solana's starting to get closer to break even here on the month. Where the hell is Solana? On the month, I still don't see it. It's only down, 9%. Damn. Yeah, we're running out of opportunities, guys. So I'm going to still stick my guns and say ICP is my top pick. Or Aptos. Damn, Aptos down 46% on the month as well. ICP about ready to break. Is breaking back into 40. Okay. Getting into the top 200 assets, doing the same thing here as well. Looking for opportunities here. Wow, we got some 10% on the day. XPL's down 10%. NISA, of course, I told you that one just moved in the top 200 here recently. Looks like on the week. Yep, just moved in the top 200 a week. I'm not even familiar with the hell that is. Let's take a look at NISA real quick, see what's going on with that project, since we don't know what it is. So usually how I do it. NISA coin market cap. Market cap? Market cap. NISA global. All right, so it's a max supply of 1.15 billion. That's a weird number. Total supply, same thing, circulating. Everything looks totally allocated already, which tells me it's already pre-minted, pre-mined, whatever. It's a pretty new project. Let's see what's about this project. NISA coin is a blockchain ERC20 token. It's a native capital currency, digital currency of the ecosystem that facilitates transactions with NISA global platform and serves as a channel of exchange, unit of account, and store of value. All right, this tells us nothing. Total supply of 10 billion, which is not reflected there in the max supply. So they're only a tenth allocated or distributed. We aim to create a dynamic and versatile digital asset that empowers the users across various financial activities, which still tells me nothing, on NISA Global. NISA live NISA Global price today, blah, blah, blah. Do they have a website? Do they have anything? IDK. I don't see a website. There's a website. Is it out of India, Egypt? What is it? It's got a lot of good partnerships. Definitely partnered up with. They're listed on MEXC, Byconomy.com. I don't know. Gate.io, Nisa.io, Weeks. They're listed on some solid exchanges. NISA is backed by NISA Labs, a community-driven cryptocurrency built on Binance Smart Chain with cross-chain capabilities to Ethereum. It delivers fast, secure, and low-cost transactions, offering utility across staking, yield farming, and governance protocols. All right. I've already spent way too long on this. They obviously don't want me to know anymore. Anyway, all right. So that's, of course, what NISA. It's just broken to the top 200 here on the week. All right. So let's see what else is going on here on the weekly. We're looking for at least 15s, 20s on the weekly here. Jasmy's down 16% off on the week. We got Monad down 24% on the week. Stable down 28% on the week. These are newer tokens. Stable and all of that was just launched last week, I think. 13% off on Wormhole on the week. That's a solid pick there as well. Graph down 16%. Aether down 22%. So you got a lot of good options here if you're looking at just the weekly price action. On the monthly, we're looking for 30s, 40s. What's sold off the most? Jasmine's down 31%. Syrup's down 42%. Mana's down 34%. Yeah, Wormhole down 35%. That might be my top pick today. Oh, well, Concordium taking the hit, man. 50% down there on Concord. Any other bigger moves? Xano, Fast Token still, done the downside here on the monthly, 72%. ZK down 40%. Pith down 35% as well. All right, so in typical fashion, my top picks are still roughly around the same. Celestia is also down 40% as well, but I like Pith at this price range. Oversold here with Wormhole down 35 each. It's probably on my top two here on the monthly on the top 200. All right, guys, those are my top two picks on the monthly. Have a good one. Pick wisely. Again, not financial advice.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, getting back into Bitcoin. Are we still? How low can we go? 86,008. Starting to chop up here a little bit. Could have found that bounce at 86.5. Hopefully this is it. It did not come back down to 86 flat yet. Looks like it wants to roll over maybe right here. Attempting a rollover. We still have a few hours until intraday trading begins. Guys, we got about 2 hours until 12:30 here in the United States. In New York time, of course. Here in the States, Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's get back to the news. We're behind on the news now. Let's see how things are going over in Bloomberg. They're on break. CNBC talking about Feds Williams sees unemployment gradually declining over the next few years.
Color on all of this.
Really?
We're obsessed with this story. Thank you, Steve. Steve Leisman, for good reason. Let's bring in Moody's Analytics chief economist Mark Zandi, who I assume, Mark, you've been listening in. Do you have an opinion on one or the other and this question about credibility and how close they are to the president?
I think they're both reasonably good choices, Sarah. I mean, I know Kevin. Well, I guess they're both Kevins. I know them pretty well. They're good economists. They are very experienced. Both lived and worked through the financial crisis, so they've got the necessary chops to do the job. They got a tough job because they have to navigate Fed independence with the president who, has been point blank that he wants input into the decision-making process. So that's not easy to navigate, but I think if there's anyone who could do it, it's these two guys. So I think they're both reasonably good choices. And I think you made a really good point. At the end of the day, the bond market's going to be the decider here.
Exactly.
So if either of them kind of push too hard on bringing down the short-term interest rates, the federal funds rate target, the rate they control, the bond market at some point will throw up all over that, push interest rates up, so it would be counterproductive. So I think
they'll know they made a mistake and they'll have to backtrack. That's the whole thing.
The only issue with that is the bond market isn't this smooth, orderly, thing. It moves discontinuous, so there could be no reaction, and then a big reaction, and of course that wouldn't be productive for a well-functioning economy either.
Also, how do you backtrack if you've already made the choice?
Yeah, exactly. So
you raise rates.
I think I think they'll fight for independence as best they can. But at the end of the day, the bond market will be the decider here.
So what do you expect from this double whammy of a jobs report tomorrow, October and November?
Yeah, well, first thing, let me just preface it by saying we can get anything, right? Because it feels like there's a bit of a mess here with the government shutdown and the scrambled survey. So, I'd be prepared for some big outliers on either side of this. So, there's a lot of noise in the data probably. But my sense is the underlying trend, if it doesn't come through in tomorrow's data, it will ultimately come through, is the economy's not creating any jobs. And if you believe Chair Powell's comment that the job numbers as they are now overstate payroll employment by 60K per month, that suggests that we're losing jobs. And I think that feels roughly right to me. The unemployment rate's moving up despite no labor supply. And that's a pretty precarious position to be in. Thus, I think we should be on high alert. It just feels like this economy. I know everyone says resilience. I just don't. When the job market's losing jobs, That's not resilient. That's fragile in my mind.
Well, it could also be, though, that much of what's driving the economy is the investment around AI, which we know, capital spending, and also the wealthy consumer, which has held up relatively well.
It's the only thing driving the economy.
No doubt. I mean, that's why we're getting
That's
GDP.
the resilience.
Yeah. I mean, a resilient economy seems to suggest to me that the risks to that are low, but it feels like if we're losing jobs, and literally losing jobs, and not a little bit, a lot, and it's across all industries except for a couple, maybe healthcare. Unemployment is on the rise, and it's already feels like it's above full employment. We're at a 4.4% unemployment rate. Feels like we're going to 4.5 with this data. That's below any estimate of full employment. That's just not. I hear you on AI, and that's driving GDP. But at some point, consumers are going to pack it even in the high-end consumers if they don't have jobs or they're worried about their job. So it just doesn't feel like that's sustainable, even with all the juice we're getting from artificial intelligence.
All right, well,
the normies can't afford life, guys. Finally, someone's saying it. All right. Let's continue on. What else we got? Going back to Bloomberg real quick.
Job losses saying that they promise no overlap or studio closures. Now, meanwhile, deal makers heading into the final weeks of 2025. Bloomberg data shows global transaction values. Well, they've risen about 40% to about 4.5.
All right. While they're bantering and just kind of keeping up with what's going on with S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, I do want to get back into our our narrative list, guys. We have jobs data coming out tomorrow. We have CPA data coming out on the 18th. We got Andy versus Spencer, guys, on the 20th, guys. Former bull rider versus motorcycle crash survivor in a skirt. Who will win? Cliff versus either Cliff or the Chaos Girls are going to referee this. Yes, market structure bill will be passed in December, ? In January, ? We still don't know. More than likely it's going to happen in January, though. Will Trump's tariffs rule unlawful this month? Guys, what's going to happen? Fed Chair Powell replacement announced in December. Hassett's probably going to be it. Or Kevin, was it Warsh? Santa Rally, a 40% chance. Last time we looked at Polymarket, right? Last time we looked at Polymarket. We can take a look and see how that's doing right now, too. See the update on this. Blockbuster, what?
And clear up the regulatory murkiness.
I mean, I think not. I think what they said in the letter is what they had to say. Right now they are trying to convince the shareholders of Warner Brothers that they're going to be a better buyer than Paramount. They're in a fight for the assets. And they've heard what the concerns are, that it's going to kill the movie theater experience and kill movie theaters, that people will lose jobs. People who create content will lose jobs because it's one fewer buyer of content. And so they're just trying to...
Well, they already know the AI is going to be taken. That's why they're selling it to begin with. All right. Moving on. Let's take a look and see what's going on. What was I going to do again? I forgot. Wow. Let's go. Cody said, yes, Cody in the house. Let's go, Cody. And he says the U.S. Senate will vote on crypto market structure bill today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The draft came out last week. They were supposed to, vote this week, right? So it's going to happen today, apparently. Oh, that's news. I'm surprised we didn't hear about that here on the roundup of news here this morning. Let's take a look and see if Bitcoin.com news has it. Anything news updating for the Senate? I don't see anything. XRP price still on the ledge. Will the $2 line hold up under pressure? All these FUD and Hopium articles. Mostly FUD this morning, it looks like. I don't see anything. Let's take a look and just do a quick little Google search. Senate crypto market structure bill. Let's see if we got anything here on the news. That's 5 days ago. 5 days ago, 6 days ago. Past day, please. An hour ago. Why the House Republicans' healthcare plan isn't serious healthcare plan. It's unrelated, but yeah, they still have that to also wind up too. Guys, government shutdown is also on the narrative list, right? So possible chance of us getting another shutdown on the 1st. Average American will receive $3,500 on their tax returns in 2026, allegedly, and the $2,000 checks are coming in 2026 as well. More than likely going to happen, in my opinion, probably between March and April if it's not issued by the IRS. That's what I've been saying. All right. Okay, let's see. what's going on with Polymarket real quick on the yes. On I wanted to take a look on the Santa Rally for crypto in general, or just I guess Santa Rally for the stock market. Santa Rally. Do we have a test? I think I guesstimated because we couldn't find an actual Polymarket deciding factor on this. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, so I was like 40%. It's feeling, I would say more like 35 now this week. I don't know. I'm going to keep it. 40% chance. All right. Moving on. So anything going on in the market structure bill? I'm not seeing anything here. Charlie Johnson, Minnesota Senate, GOP bill, just shooting that happened. Yeah. Katie, yeah, I don't see nothing for crypto market structure bill. All right. Of course, we already went through like 3 or 4 different news sites this morning. Let's take a look at another one. CoinDesk, Tom Lee, crypto's best days are ahead. Yes. And it looks like he just made another buy as well. This came out an hour ago while we're sitting here on the live. Yeah, it looks like Bitmine also bought the dip as well today. Michael Saylor bought 10,000 Bitcoin this morning. And it looks like Tom Lee just purchased about 320 million of Ethereum as well. Nearly 4 million tokens added to their stack on Ethereum. All right, so that's breaking this morning as well. The latest acquisition reported on Monday. I'm surprised they didn't ask them about that, or he didn't even mention it on his CNBC interview this morning we covered, right? The latest acquisition reported on Monday brought to the firm's stash of nearly 4 million tokens, aiming to corner 5% of the total supply. Yeah, he's sitting at like 3.5-4% right now. The company kept its cash holdings steady at $1 billion. All its total holdings, including the minor Bitcoin stack and stake and WorldCoin focused digital asset treasury, 8 orbs. Oh God, orbs. WorldCoin. Ooh, orbs. Yeah, 13.2 billion. All right. Oh my God, you're just taking over my damn screen, Coinbase. Our CoinDesk. Most digital asset treasuries have slowed their reserved accumulation as token prices and equity evaluations came under pressure in the past months. There's only a few exceptions, such as Bitmine and the Bitcoin-centric, of course, MicroStrategy, that keep adding to their holdings through the correction. However, Bitmine is estimated to be sitting on about $3 billion in unrealized losses on its Ethereum holdings. On the second largest cryptocurrencies, is trading at 36% lower than its August record high. 2025 saw many positive developments in digital assets. Of course, this is all history. Yeah, the rest is history. Literally. All right. What else we got here? I'm looking for anything on the market structure bill. I'm not seeing anything. I know the last we talked about the market structure bill, Andy, was that they were supposed to have the draft bill proposed last week, which we also didn't get any confirmation on. And then once that was, of course, proposed and on the floor, they were going to begin voting this week, but I didn't hear confirmation on it, so I don't know if they're actually be voting this week. That's just the last I heard anyway. So, yeah, the rest again, we'll have to wait and see. All right, what else we got? That might be exhausting it, guys. It might be exhausting the rest of the news here. How's Bitcoin holding up? 87 flat on Bitcoin right now. Coming up from the lows of 86.7, right? 86.6, 86.5. Yeah, just barely above 86.5. Coming down and maybe retesting that maybe one more time right before intraday trading begins. This could be a good place to start, but that's not a good pattern right there, of course. That's a head and shoulder pattern there on the minute. It's on the minute, so look in the longer time frames, and it could just be a little bit of a bounce. Loading. Yeah, starting to look a little bit more green. Waiting for the 1 hour to print green candle. But everything up to the 30-minute is looking like we might be loading the bounce right now. All right, guys, that's why, of course, why we don't catch the knife. We, of course, just sit here and hodl strong through the thick of it. All right, guys, I think I pretty much exhausted everything this morning. Andy, thank you, my friend. Andy, yes, let's go. Andy in the house. Coming in with a link. It looks like he might have this for us, guys. Let's take a look and see what we got this morning. Andy, thank you. Breaking. This is as of, I don't have a time frame here. December 15th. So that's today, 10 o'clock in the morning, as of about 35 minutes ago. The U.S. Senate will vote on the crypto market structure bill today at 3 p.m. The bill is designed to reduce the market manipulation in crypto. If passed, the market goes parabolic. If failed, the market dumps even more. Expect high volatility today. My bets are probably going to be on a 65-70% chance this will not get passed today, as both sides have not been very. It's a bipartisan bill. Both sides love the bill. They just, of course, the ones that are the most, in the pockets of the banks, the ones lobbying the most for the banks, are not. And have the most, redacted parts of this draft have been, of course, in their favor of the banks. Of course, the biggest one being, the ability to. Not allow yields for, stable coins, which the banks, of course, don't want us to make any yields. And some of the worst of it, which hopefully has been completely thrown out, which was that we cannot be our own broker, right? We cannot be our own our own holder of these bags. We have to have some sort of intermediary, of course, giving the banks all the control. That's some of the crazy stuff we saw over the past few months in the design and creation of this, opposing. Draft bill. All right. So yeah, I hope for the best on this. I just don't feel it. We'll see. I should put up another poll before we go. Let's do another poll, guys. Just a quick little update. No, we're gonna be dumping. 64% of you guys. As time went on, a lot of you guys are becoming a little more bullish, even through the dumps and the dips, which is crazy because we already saw the manipulation. 36% of you guys saying yes, the whales will buy the dip at 10 a.m. So that's already, of course, in history. Let's get into the chat real quick and ask you guys another poll. I'm going to end this one real quick. I'm going to start another one up before we leave. I'm going to ask you guys. Okay, will the Senate vote yes or no to the market structure bill today? And yeah, just a quick little yes or no, guys, for those in the chat. I want to get your opinion on this. I personally think it's going to be a no, just because guys, we have insiders in, of course, the Senate that don't want to see crypto pop off before the end of the year. They want to get in and maybe buy some more of these lows. There's definitely some insider trading going on. It could be both ways, though. Of course, they might be wanting to hold this back until the very end of the year to do it. I mean, you just never know what the whales are going to do and what the ones with the most power are going to allow. All right, bottom is in. Yeah, a lot of people still saying the bottom is in over on X. Let's take a look and see what else is. How X is feeling on this as well. Let's see. Do some more doom scrolling over here. Get back over here. Anything else new breaking? Buffett just gave a serious warning. He said this, I think it was Friday.
Owning anything that we thought was in a currency that was really going to hell. And that's the big thing we worry about with the United States currency. I mean, the tendency of a government to want to debase its currency over time is... There's no system that beats that. You can pick dictators, you can pick representatives, you can do anything. But the people, there will be a push toward weaker currencies. And of course, that is, I mentioned very briefly in the annual report that the fiscal policy is what scares me in the United States, because it's made the way it is. And
I'm going to stop them there. But yeah, he goes on for like a 3-minute rant on how the dollar is donezo. Love it. All right. Of course, he doesn't understand Bitcoin in the capacity that we do. But yeah, he still thinks that the dollar is dead. Ethereum is the future of finance, says Tom Lee on his official channel here on X as of 2 hours ago. Further evidence of JP Morgan launching its tokenized fund on Ethereum. Of course, Going his direction for Bitmine's treasury. Billionaire Dan Morehead predicts China will buy 1 million Bitcoin, approximately 4.7% of the total Bitcoin supply. Damn.
Roughly the same.
Has in his conversation with Raoul Paul here, 25
And
seconds.
China has roughly the same, I think.
Yeah, and China has roughly the same. No, no problem seeing them wanting to buy 1 million Bitcoins. It's still tiny compared to their balance sheets, budgets, all that stuff. And so if you have 2, 3, 4, like say the GC wants to buy 1 million, China wants to buy 1 million, maybe Russia wants to buy some, US, like it's going to squeeze up like a watermelon seed.
Yes. Finally, hopefully we get those Godzilla candles coming soon. Next year. More than likely. Once we get the market structure bill passed, guys, Bitcoin, Treasury is going to be insane for America. That's the next step once that bill passes. Bullish. Wells Fargo is now issuing credit against Bitcoin. Damn, Wells Fargo. It's such a crazy world we live in 2025. Going into 2026. Justin Vivek Ramaswamy, Strive hits hikes preferred share dividend to 12.25%. Damn. Each share sold Strive more money to add, of course, more Bitcoin to its stack. Damn. And right now they're sitting at 7,500 Bitcoin on their holdings. JP Morgan launches tokenized cash on Ethereum. Of course, we covered that at great length this morning. Billionaire Powell Tudor Jones says, if anything, markets now is so much more potentially explosive than 1999. I'd like to have position in Bitcoin and crypto. Wow, saying it out loud on CNBC.
What would I want to have? I'd want to have a combination of gold, crypto, and my guess is that I think all the ingredients are in place for some kind of a blow-off. Will it happen? Again, history rhymes a lot, so I would think some version of it is going to happen again. Right. If anything now is so much more potentially explosive than 1999. 1999, we were looking at a rate hike in November. Now we're looking at a rate cut. We were looking at 4 more rate hikes before we actually topped in 2000. Now we're looking at 3 or 4 rate cuts, probably at least. So you have monetary policy that's going to take us to real rates of 0 or less, probably, depending upon the next Fed chair. And then the big difference is, obviously, fiscal policy. We had a budget surplus in 99, 2000. Now we've got a 6% budget deficit. So that combination, that fiscal monetary combination, is a brew that we haven't seen since, I guess, the post-war period, early 50s, something like that. And that was crazy times, right, coming out of the war.
Well, you think that most people who are watching us now, you need to be in this market now. But then the question, as I said, is you have to jump off the train before the train crashes. If you're suggesting the train is going to crash.
I'm not suggesting the train's going to crash. I'm suggesting that we're in a period that's conducive for massive price appreciation.
It sounds like he's talking about capital rotation from the Mag 7 into crypto next year. That's what it sounds like. And he also mentioned gold in that lineup as well with crypto. All right. So yeah, what else we got here in the chat, guys? Yes, Cody Bakula says, smash that like. Don't forget to smash the like, guys. Of course, we're trying to build the channel up even further. We're so close to 1,100 subs. We're building this from the ground up, guys. I want more crazies on the channel as well. I want to hand out more wrenches. I want to break the algorithm and give every single person a wrench, guys. Let me do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Who broke the glass on Warren Buffett? I know, right? Yeah, he's definitely funding the dollar. I love it. Okay. Hopefully people start to put 2 and 2 together and go back to Bitcoin and gold and silver. I think that's already here. It's already here. SEC shares, here we go. SEC shares says market structure bill is about to pass. Institutions can scale in. Banks and funds can get the green light. This unlocks trillions. Mega bullish for crypto. It's a few days ago. Paul Atkins was talking about it at the White House on Friday. I think that was Friday. All right. Oh, that was actually yesterday. They posted that. Strategy acquires 10,000. I think we've already exhausted most of this stuff. If you guys haven't seen Raoul Paul, of course, up there talking about the business cycle. We have a whole extra year, according to Raoul Powell.
Alts are driven by the business cycle. So with the business cycle currently low, we haven't had alt season. And everyone's like, I can't believe they've robbed us of alt season. It's never going to happen. There's too many tokens. We can't have nice things and all of that bullshit we hear all day. It's not. It's just the economy's stupid. Because what happens is when earnings go up, when the business cycle is strong, you have more earnings and you invest those earnings further out the risk curve. It's just really basic stuff. It happens for exactly the same as small caps, exactly the same with junk bonds, credit. They all operate in exactly the same way, and the business cycle has been subdued. Listen to Scott Bessent. He's telling you all day, as is Trump, is we're going to have a banner year next year. Why? Because they're going to jam the market with liquidity, and they're going to jam fiscal stimulus through as well. Yeah, if you think about it, the US is a service-based economy. They're going to get rid of tax on tips. That's a huge boost to people. There's like $1.5 trillion that will flow into the banking system just from that stuff alone, from the big, beautiful bill. Then we've got the changes to the SLR that allows maybe $3 or $4 trillion of credit creation from the banking system. We've got enormous amounts of this stuff lining up. Why? Because they wanted to win the election. You know, the good thing is, for once, we've actually got a macro hedge fund manager running the treasury. So I know how he thinks. He was a long-term global macro investor subscriber. I've known him for 20 years, and he understands the game, which is...
All right. While we're talking about that, I do want to show you another clip too from Saylor. That was Raoul Pal talking, of course, at the Solana conference about where we're going into next year. But MicroStrategy's Saylor was also talking about all the proponents of Bitcoin sitting in the White House today. Let me see if I can find this clip for you guys. It's one of the most highlighted clips here lately. I might have actually shared it already on my page. Let me see. I probably did. Maybe not. Oh no, this one's here, I think. No, that was him basically being approached by all the banks. He's talked to all of the banks about Bitcoin now in 2025. Yeah, so I don't think I shared that one just yet. Let me get back and find that for you. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a doozy. He rolled out the entire list. He outlined every single one of Trump's cabinet members, which, of course, if you've been following my channel, all of them are pro-Bitcoin. And he, of course, gives a outstanding outline of all of them. If I could find the damn thing. Bitcoin, Trump, Saylor. I'm sure we could probably find it with that search real quick. Of course, when you want to find something, you can't. It's usually how it goes. There's Trump, of course. Yeah, in Bitcoin 2024. Don't forget, he was at the 2 conventions ago. Don't forget, guys, to get your tickets at Bitcoin 2026 as well. We're gonna be there in April in Vegas, so don't forget to do that. Well, I'm trying to find this damn clip. I guess I'll have to maybe go to Saylor's page. How can I not find this? This is it right here. There we go. It's not the clip, though. Damn it! There we go. There's the clip. This is the whole damn thing, though. I just want the outline. Here we go.
Said Bitcoin is special. Bitcoin is an asset like capital. Real estate is property capital. Said Bitcoin is special. Bitcoin is an asset without an issuer. It is the dominant digital commodity in the world. This administration designated Bitcoin as digital gold. And of course, it's not just the president, it's the vice president who I've met who said that. It's the Secretary of Treasury who I've met who has said that. It is the head of the SEC who I've met who has said that. It is the head of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, who I've met who said that. It's the head of Commerce, a Small Business Administration, Kelly Loeffler, who I've met who said that. It's Bill Pulte, who runs the Federal Housing Administration and regulates $5 trillion or $6 trillion of home mortgages, who I've met who said that. It's RFK, who not that long ago wanted the U.S. government to buy 4 million Bitcoin.
100% when he was running for president.
It's the incoming head of the CFTC, Mike Selig. It's David Sachs himself, the crypto czar and the Bitcoin czar. It's Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary. And it's Kash Patel, the head of the FBI. So you have a profound consensus amongst everyone running the United States. And the most important thing is that the United States is the most influential financial regulator in the world. And whatever the U.S. banking system does and the U.S. security market does ripples through South America, it ripples through Africa, it ripples through Europe, It ripples through the Middle East. It goes to Canada, it goes to Australia. It even goes to Hong Kong. Even the Chinese will copy what the U.S. is doing. So it's very, very profound inflection.
There you go, guys. So, yeah, of course, you heard it from Michael Saylor himself. As always, guys, we're not bullish enough. And we're early. It's going to be insane what that administration is going to be able to pull off next year. And then, of course, we got Peter Schiff's rebuttal to this, which is amazing. I don't think I've ever heard so much bullshit about such a short period of time. Saylor is a bigger con man than SBF. Damn.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, it's insane. We need Peter Schiff to go against Saylor in a in 2026. That's got to be the main event. It's got to be. The fact that the crypto community can't see such an obvious fraud is the biggest indictment of the entire industry. It also proves that we should be abolished. The SEC. Oh, damn. It's crazy words from Peter Schiff to combat Michael Saylor and his strategy. All right, moving on, guys. Let's get back into the current price action of Bitcoin right now. Still bouncing from 86.5, 86.6 roughly, 86.57, whatever, 86.5. And still bouncing here on the short term. Still cannot print a 1 hour candle to the upside though. So still waiting for that. Intraday trading begins in about an hour, guys. So stay safe. Don't do anything stupid, right? Don't do anything stupid. And with that, I'm going to leave you. I got to go for a mile run. Hope you guys, of course, have a great day. Don't forget to smash that like. Yes, right, Cody? Thank you, my man. Thank you. And again, we'll catch you tonight at the Foreign Market Open, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a doozy, guys. I can't imagine where we're going to be. Are we going to go back to 85K? We'll see. Just catch up real quick, just briefly before we head out. Will the Senate vote yes or no on the market structure bill today? 67% of you guys are saying yes. I'm actually with the no crowd, but I do think that we're probably going to see a very divisive vote. If we actually get this, this should be a public hearing. If this does actually come back and they begin the vote at any time frame I can cover it, I will be on here again, guys, with a flash live stream. You just never know what's going to happen in crypto. All right, guys, have a good day, and I will see you, if not before 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Foreign Market Open. And I'll see you guys tonight, guys. It's always so hard to say goodbye. It's always so hard to say goodbye. Later. Jesus.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a montage. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh, in other words, let's make history. Let me bottle forever more and more and more and more and more and more. Hollywood chopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Another one bites the dust, guys. Oh, I cannot wait. I hope we do get a positive vote rolling on the Senate floor today. I have my doubts for sure. Have a great day, Talking Chaos family. Of course, you too, GG. Have a good one, guys. Love you all. Thanks again for coming out. I'm a mountain now, says Nebs. No, Mountain actually said he loved me, and I said I loved him too. Miller Mountain in the house. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one. I'll catch you later. See ya soon. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. Later.